In the heart of northern Tanzania's Great Rift Valley, there's a place that feels like a secret hidden from the world, a landscape shaped by ancient forces where the earth seems to reveal its rawest self. Here, the land transforms into something almost otherworldly, as if you've stepped onto the surface of a distant planet. Lake Natron, a vast crimson expanse, stretches endlessly to the horizon, its waters bordered by stark, white, salt-encrusted shores that glisten under the relentless African sun. From a distance, the lake becomes a giant mirror, reflecting a blood-red sky. It's a place of paradox, both serene and strangely hostile, beautiful yet forbidding. The journey to reach this place is an adventure in itself. You leave behind the lush green savannas, trading them for a stark, primal wilderness where the landscape grows harsher with every mile. The ground beneath your feet cracks and splinters, heat shimmering in the air. Suddenly, the lake appears, a breathtaking mosaic of red, pink, and orange, its colors shifting with every step you take. Its scale is staggering, sometimes stretching 57 kilometers long, yet rarely more than 3 meters deep. The shallowness only adds to its mystery, making it seem even more surreal. Under the fierce sun, the water evaporates quickly, leaving behind a cocktail of salt and minerals, especially sodium carbonate, or natron, which gives the lake its name and unique chemistry. Natron was once prized by the ancient Egyptians for mummification, a link between this wild place and the distant past. Standing here, you can almost feel the weight of history and the raw, untamed power of the elements. As the sun rises and sets, the lake's colors shift dramatically, from gentle pinks and purples at dawn to fiery scarlet and deep orange at noon, then back to dusky reds as evening falls. Up close, the surface is a canvas of abstract patterns, swirls, streaks, and shapes painted by nature's hand, ever-changing and impossible to predict. This is not just a body of water, it's a living, breathing entity, unforgiving to the unprepared, yet immeasurably rewarding to those who seek its secrets. Standing at its edge, you can't help but feel a sense of awe. Life here is a lesson in resilience and adaptation. Only the hardiest plants and animals survive, each one a testament to nature's ingenuity in the face of adversity. This is the real wild, a place where beauty and danger walk hand in hand, and where the spirit of Africa is felt in every gust of wind and every shimmering reflection. It's truly magnificent. What gives Lake Natron its alien red color? The answer: microscopic life. The lake is a soda lake with a pH over 10.5, almost as alkaline as ammonia. Most life can't survive here, but cyanobacteria, especially spirulina, thrive. These salt-loving microorganisms bloom in the warm, shallow waters, turning sunlight into energy and painting the lake red and orange. As the water evaporates, the salt concentration rises, intensifying the color. The water feels oily and caustic, dangerous to most animals. This chemical fortress protects the life that's adapted to it. The lake's ecosystem depends on its unique chemistry, fed by volcanic minerals from nearby Old Dueño Lengai. Any disruption could threaten the organisms that give the lake its color and support its food web. For most animals, Lake Natron is deadly, but for the lesser flamingo, it's a sanctuary. Up to 2.5 million flamingos gather here, drawn by food and safety. They feed on spirulina, the same cyanobacteria that color the lake, and their pink plumage comes from these pigments. Flamingos nest on salt flats and mud islands, protected by the caustic water from predators. Chicks huddle in creches, guarded by a sea of pink adults, a breathtaking spectacle. But this paradise is fragile. Flamingos are sensitive to disturbances. Their breeding success depends on stable water levels and salinity. Any disruption can devastate the colony. Protecting Lake Natron means safeguarding the future of these iconic birds. Their survival is tied to the health of this extraordinary lake. Lake Natron holds a macabre secret. Its waters can turn animals to stone. The high sodium carbonate content acts as a natural preservative, calcifying the remains of animals that die in the lake. Birds and bats are sometimes found along the shore, perfectly preserved in stone-like poses. Photographer Nick Brandt captured these haunting images, revealing the lake's deadly power. The extreme alkalinity burns unadapted animals, and as the water evaporates, minerals crystallize, encasing bodies in salt. This process, called calcification, prevents decay and preserves incredible detail. It's a natural museum, a stark reminder of the thin line between life and death here. Not every creature is adapted like the flamingo. Even in death, there's a strange, compelling beauty to Lake Natron's petrified guardians. The land around Lake Natron is one of Tanzania's hottest and driest. Temperatures soar above 40 degrees Celsius, and the landscape is a cracked, semi-arid plain. Survival here is a daily challenge, but within the harshness lies profound beauty. The colors are striking: crimson lake, ochre soil, black volcanic rock, and white salt flats. At sunrise and sunset, the landscape glows with magical light. Wildlife is resilient. Zebra, wildebeest, gazelle, and giraffe roam the plains, while predators like hyenas and jackals watch for opportunity. Every creature is a survivor, perfectly adapted to this demanding land. Here you learn to appreciate the essentials: shade, water, and the resilience of life. The experience is humbling, stripping away the non-essentials and connecting you to something ancient. Lake Natron's beauty is not just what you see, but what you feel and learn. It's a place that changes your perspective. Towering over the shimmering expanse of Lake Natron is Oldowinyo Lengai, known as the Mountain of God to the Maasai people. This striking volcano is not only a sacred site but also a geological marvel. It is the only volcano on Earth that erupts nitrocarbonatite lava, a rare type of lava that flows almost like water and quickly weathers to a brilliant white. The unique minerals carried down its slopes nourish Lake Natron below, shaping the lake's chemistry and giving rise to its otherworldly appearance. The mountain stands as a constant, powerful presence in the landscape, sometimes venting steam and ash into the sky. For centuries, it has inspired awe and respect. Adventurers and pilgrims alike climb it overnight to avoid the searing daytime heat, guided by the experienced Maasai, who know every twist and turn of the steep, demanding path. The trek is challenging, but as dawn breaks, the reward is extraordinary. From the crater rim, the sunrise paints the sky in vivid colors, and you can peer down to see molten lava glowing below, while the crimson waters of Lake Natron stretch across the vast Rift Valley. The view from the summit is both spiritual and humbling, a profound connection to the raw, untamed power of our planet. The panorama is simply breathtaking, a vivid reminder of the elemental forces that have shaped this wild land for millennia. Climbing Oldowinyo Lengai is more than an adventure. It's an experience that stays with you forever, etched into memory by the mountain's majesty. The Maasai people are the true guardians of Lake Natron. For centuries, they've lived in harmony with this harsh land, their culture deeply intertwined with its rhythms. Their knowledge of the local flora, fauna, and seasons is unmatched. The Maasai live communally in bomas, their lives revolving around cattle and seasonal migration. Their resilience and connection to the earth are inspiring. Visiting a Maasai village reveals a rich culture, stories, songs, and wisdom about survival. Their future, like the flamingos, depends on the health of this land. Modern pressures threaten their way of life, making conservation vital for both people and nature. The Maasai are the human heart of this wild place. Their story is inseparable from Lake Natron's. Imagine standing on the shores of Lake Natron, the sun on your skin, the air tinged with the scent of minerals and salt. The ground beneath your feet crunches with every step, a reminder of the lake's unique chemistry and the ancient forces that shaped this land. The wind sweeps across the endless plains, carrying with it the distant calls of birds and the rustle of tall grasses. You feel the vastness of Africa stretching out in every direction, wild and untamed. Before you, the crimson lake shimmers in the sunlight, its surface alive with shifting colors, deep reds, oranges, and silvers that seem to dance with every ripple. In the distance, Oldowinyo Lengai rises, a silent sentinel watching over the valley. This sacred volcano, revered by the Maasai, stands as a powerful symbol of the region's spirit and mystery. At dawn, you approach the lake as millions of flamingos stir, their pink forms reflected on the glassy water. The air fills with the soft flutter of wings and the gentle murmur of the flock awakening to a new day. The spectacle is overwhelming, a moment of pure wonder that etches itself into your memory. You stand in awe, humbled by the sheer scale and beauty of this natural gathering. Later, a Maasai guide reveals hidden animal tracks, medicinal plants, and distant wildlife. He shares stories passed down through generations, connecting you to the land in ways you never expected. You visit his village, welcomed with warm smiles and tales of the land and the sacred mountain. The sense of community and tradition is palpable, and you feel honored to be a guest in their world. As sunset approaches, the lake glows like an ember, the sky ablaze with color. The landscape transforms, bathed in hues of gold, crimson, and violet. The Mountain of God is silhouetted against the fading light, its outline majestic and mysterious, a reminder of the ancient stories that linger here. In this moment, you feel a deep peace and a profound connection to the planet. The silence is soothing, broken only by the gentle sounds of nature settling in for the night. You realize how small you are in the face of such vastness, yet how privileged you are to witness this rare and fragile beauty. This is the magic of exploration, the thrill of discovery, the joy of connecting with places few have seen. It's what drives us to seek out the wild corners of our world, to embrace the unknown, and to cherish the wonders that await beyond the horizon. Experiences like Lake Natron change you. This is more than a destination. It's a living classroom, teaching us about adaptation, survival, and fragility. The ecosystem hangs in a delicate balance, threatened by climate change and development. The flamingos, the Maasai, and the lake itself are at risk. We can't afford to lose these wild places. They're vital to our planet's heritage and our own inspiration. Protecting them is a necessity, not a choice. That's why I share these stories, to inspire you to care. Every journey is a chance to tell the story of our planet. By supporting exploration and conservation, you become part of the mission. Embrace adventure, learn about the natural world, and support efforts to protect it. Let Lake Natron spark your love for this incredible planet. The wild is calling. Let's answer it together.